Because fun can be a bit messy, we all know that. Look how shimmery that is. This is one of the brand new Playgirl Beauty eyeshadow palettes. This one is the Glam After Dark Naked Honey palette. And I haven't seen any reviews on this particular brand, so here we go. It's a nice sturdy packaging, nice and thick and super sparkly, yay. It has a magnetic closure, so it snaps closed quite nicely, and it has 12 beautiful nude shadows. So you have the pearly ones all the way up to the matte, then we've got the shimmery, and then also some pressed glitter shades. So I'm interested to see how these translate onto the skin. I've put some foundation on, but otherwise I have no makeup on at all. So this is just to anchor the eyeshadow a bit more on the eyelid, acting like a primer. So let's open this baby and let it rip. There is a plastic layer on the eyeshadow so that nobody can contaminate your eyeshadow, especially important these days. So let us open the sticker, remove the layer, and have a look. Here we go. Woo. And now we see it's even sparklier. Let's take it off. Okay, so you'll see that this also comes with a double-sided brush, which is branded with the Playgirl name. Let's get it out. Okay, so there we go. Playgirl brand, and we have a angled brush, and we have the more rounded one. Okay, so now those colors are coming out beautifully. Now, of course, I'm inclined to go for the glitter ones more. I want to see what they look like on the skin, because often you have a fallout from these colors. This one, they don't have names, so it's just the second one from the left. And okay, it's quite a lot on the brush. It is quite a small brush. I don't have a particularly big eyelid, but it's going to take quite a long time to get on there with this brush. But let's try anyway. Unfortunately, the brush is not very soft on the eye, but it does pick up quite a lot of product, which is cool. Well, keeping in mind that this is quite a bright light, it does have quite a payoff. Right, so that was the neutral color. I'm going to go in with something a bit darker for the crease and around the outside. Here I do have a hooded eye, so some definition is important. Let us go for this darker one over here. This is the third from the right. Again, this is more of a tool to pick up the powder and put it on your eye. It's not a fantastic blender, but this is not really what the shape of brush is designed for. So it does the job, although I would go in with another blender brush afterwards. Right, bearing in mind that I've used a non-blender brush, the colors do blend together quite nicely. I'm going to add a bit more of the shimmer one to see how shimmery it is. Okay, so it does give you that extra bit of darkness on it. Okay, so that's a suitably dark eye for work, for example, I'm not going to go out jolling with this caked makeup on. So this is great for me. Of course, I would do the other eye. But because this is a short review, I'm going to swatch our brighter, glitterier shades. Bugger it. I'm gonna put them on my eyes, why not? Here is our very shimmery copper shade. This is lovely. Look how shimmery that is. Often I find with the glitter shades that it's just easier to take your finger and put it on like that. Okay, and obviously I have to try these super glittery pressed glitter. Unfortunately, I've seen a lot of cheaper palettes that you just, once you get through that top layer, there's just nothing of substance underneath. So I'm really nervous that this is going to be the same. Guys, look at that. It's so sparkly. And now that I've got through the top, I mean, there's still plenty in there. Ooh. So beautiful. The Playgirl brand is noted for its flirtatiousness. It's just being special, you know, standing out in a crowd. So, wow, I mean, this really fits the brief, right? I'm gonna put more on because more is more, especially when it comes to glitter. Okay, there is some fallout happening here, but that's an easy fix. Okay, but it goes on pretty easily with your finger. I'm gonna swatch the other very thick glitters here on my hand so you can see how sparkly they are. So I'm just gonna put it on there like... Look at this glitter, this is crazy. The brown one is a bit of a disappointment because it did look super glittery at first. It's just really thick and it seems to be rolling up. Maybe if I tried it with a brush, but it's just very thick and you might need some kind of other primer or something that glitter would stick to better. This glitter seems to have stuck quite nicely because I had the primer and then the other eyeshadow on it, so maybe it works well as a topper. I doubt anybody's just gonna go in with gold glitter, obviously. This one was not great, but the gold did pretty well, the bronze did very well. And our powdery shadows were good, and the shimmer ones as well. I'm going to try this last pearlescent one. It's in the corner, the highlighting shade. And wow, I didn't need a lot of that on the brush. Okay, so that is that is one complete eye there. A blending brush would obviously be better. This is our random testing eye, but they're both glittery, so awesome. This palette is 150 Rand at Clicks, and you know, I'd say if you want to play with glitter, if you want to have fun, go for it. This will give you a lovely shiny eye and a sparkly eye when you want to make a statement. So I'd definitely say go for it. I have no regrets with this one at all. And I'll use it when I want an extra pop of fun. Just make sure that you clean it up at the end. Okay. because fun can be a bit messy, we all know that. It's not your most super pigmented palette, but the great thing about that is that especially if you're a beginner with eyeshadow, if you put a bit too much on the brush, it's not going to make a big mess that you have to start all over again. So I've done this eye with the same colors as the other one, and as you can see, I've got glitter all over my face. So when I said that you should play with the palette, of course there's different levels of play. If you know what you're doing and you can get that glitter to stick, it's like being playful. But if you are in a professional environment, it might look like you've been playing with children's glitter. If you have glitter all over your face, you don't want to go into a meeting looking like a Christmas tree. There's glitter all over my face. I mean, is that a bad thing though?